What's going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video today. If y'all new to the channel, like the content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Do all that. It would be very much appreciated. But today, we got to talk about the big fight that happened in this Mexican Independence Week. Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga happened this weekend. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to be truly honest with y'all. I didn't really watch the fight like that. I saw bits here and there. I was mainly more focused on watching the UFC event because I was a little bit more interested in that. Just because this fight, I just wasn't too interested in it. Just because the opponent Canelo was fighting, I just thought it was gonna be an easy fight for him. You know what I mean? And for the most part, it was a dominant performance. I didn't expect anything less than that for Canelo, but I did watch the highlights, and like I said, I did watch bits of it and stuff like that. So. I mean, I'm still going to go ahead and talk about it because it's Canelo Alvarez. You got to talk about the biggest fighter in the world. Listen, when I first saw the announcement that this fight was going to happen, I wasn't impressed at all that Canelo picked this guy to fight. You know, if you guys don't know who Berlanga is, this dude has not really fought anybody. If you look at his resume, there's really no fighter that's really, you know, I guess above B plus type of fighter. You know what I mean? So it really made me question like how the heck this guy got the title shot. But at the same time, if you really think about the 168 weight class, there really isn't anybody else that Canelo hasn't fought yet. You know what I mean? So I mean, the next man up, I guess. But another reason why this kind of frustrated me that he got the fight was because obviously David Benavidez been at 168 for months, waiting for that fight to happen. Never got the fight, had to go up to 175. And it's crazy how like Berlanga got this chance after not fighting anybody, and David Benavidez never got the chance, even though I'm telling you, so many fans, so many true fans of the sport really want to see Benavidez go against Canelo, but the fight has never happened. And it frustrates me a lot too because Canelo, whenever he always gets asked about Benavidez and why he doesn't fight him, the main thing he says is that he doesn't bring anything to the table. But you say stuff like that, and then you go and fight Berlanga, like, it doesn't really make sense. And not even Berlanga either, like Munguia too. Like the last two fights, these guys have no resume to the standards or to the likes of Benavidez. Benavidez has fought some great fighters and definitely deserves the fight with Canelo. But as we can see, David Benavidez is not chasing Canelo. That's why he went up to 175. Hopefully he wants to fight the fight between, or the winner between Bivol and Beterbiev. That's the name, Beterbiev. He wants to fight the winner of that, which would be a great fight for him, you know what I mean? And I put him in that conversation between those two because obviously the two best fighters at 175 is Bivol and Beterbiev. I really don't know who would win that fight, but we're going to find out soon because they're fighting. But now you could put Benavidez in that argument, in that conversation, because he's a great fighter, and now he's going up to that weight class, and he could do good. Look, I understand that it's a business at the end of the day. Canelo Alvarez is the biggest prize fighter in the world right now, so he calls the shots at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And he's picking his choices wisely. I'm not saying that the fighters he's fighting are absolutely horrible, but it's like you are cherry picking a little bit. But he's getting, you know, a little bit older and everything like that. So I can kind of, you know, see why he's doing it. But I don't know. I just really want to see this Benavidez fight. I'm at this point where I really don't care like who wins the fight. I just want to see it happen because I know this will be a great fight for the sport and everybody would love to see this. And it's like for Canelo, if he really wants to have a good chance to beat Benavidez, I think he should do it as soon as possible because he's getting older. Why would you want to wait longer for Benavidez to even, you know, get better and everything like that? Because Benavidez is still kind of young, so I don't think he even hit his prime yet. He's still getting better, so I don't know if Canelo would want to, an older Canelo would want to fight a prime Benavidez because that would be, I'm not gonna lie, that would be kind of bad for Canelo, I think. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual fight, Canelo versus Berlanga. So, what I saw was obviously two different level fighters. You have Canelo at the top tier level. You can definitely tell there's a difference between, you know, IQ and all that stuff between the two fighters, and obviously experience too. But yeah, Canelo went in there and he did what he needed to do. Honestly, for me, I was gonna put a prediction out that. And I really said on my prediction, and it's kind of disrespectful for the Berlanga. I'm sorry, I really don't want to be disrespectful to him. You know what I mean? But I was kind of disrespecting him by saying like, there's no chance Edgar Berlanga wins the fight, which I still never thought there was a chance. But then I said that it's not gonna go to decision. Berlanga is getting knocked out. I really thought he was, and my prediction was around that Canelo was gonna knock him out in it, but he survived all 12 rounds. And honestly, I gotta give my respect to him too, because usually when people get that payday and they get in the ring with Canelo, they find out real quick that this guy is levels above them, and they get to a point where they just start trying to survive the fight, hopefully not get knocked out. You know what I mean? And for Berlanga, I gotta give him his respect, because I think throughout the whole fight, he was in there actually trying to win this fight, even though he wasn't at all. But he had his moments. Not as many moments as Canelo, obviously, but he had his moments in this fight where he was piecing up Canelo a little bit. But yeah, he looked like he was in there, and he made it into a pretty exciting fight. But you could tell the skill difference between the two were they're just super separate. There was some punches in there that Berlanga was throwing. I was like, it looked very, very awkward. The technique wasn't really right. But like I said, he did pretty well for what he can do. You know what I mean? And he got in there and he did what he had to do, and he fought his heart out. You could tell that Canelo also respected that too, because when the last round ended, they hugged right after, and they were just embracing themselves. And you could tell that Canelo really respected him for actually coming out here and putting on a show and actually trying to fight Canelo. You know what I mean? So you gotta respect that, and it was a beautiful moment. It was a nice moment to see and everything like that. So although Berlanga did not win this fight, he fought his heart out, and respect. You got to respect it. I almost forgot to mention too, Canelo did knock him down in the third round. I think it was the third round. Check hook. Dude, that thing was fast, and it was powerful. The way Berlanga went down too, I was like, damn, that had to hurt him a little bit. But he got up and he kept fighting. Yeah, Canelo ended up winning the fight. Unanimous decision. I mean, we all saw it coming. But the question here now is, who really does Canelo fight next? You know what I mean? Like, who can he really, like, if you really think about it, what is his options now? Because now he damn near cleared out the whole 168, right? There's literally nobody there that I see him fighting at 168 no more. There, even before the Berlanga fight was announced, I still thought there was really no one there to fight. So who can he really fight? And I'm thinking, like, I mean, you either got to go up and wait, bro. Because, like I'm saying, like, there's nobody there for him to fight no more. So what is he going to do? I still hear talks about Terrence Crawford versus Canelo. But what I've seen from Canelo, it doesn't seem like he's very interested in it. So I don't think that fight would happen. And obviously, I don't want that fight to happen, because I said time and time again, it's a lose-lose situation for Canelo. Because if Canelo fights Terrence Crawford and he wins, people are going to say Crawford was smaller. If he loses, though, people would just, bro, they would go crazy. So what are his options, really? I mean, maybe a Bivol rematch. That would be another fight I would watch, right? A Bivol rematch would be a good fight. Or the other one I see now is just Benavidez versus Canelo. Those are the two fights I really see. I can't really think of another fight that could happen with them, right? Just the Bivol rematch or Benavidez. And that should be the next fight he takes. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, he's getting older. I don't know how long he's going to be in the sport anymore, but those two fights should be his next fight. But at the end of the day, it's his choice. Whatever he does, he's still a legend in the sport, obviously. This dude had I forgot how many. I think he has 60 plus fights now. This guy he's definitely a legend in the sport. One of the best Mexican fighters in the world, or ever, actually. I'm going to say one of the best Mexican fighters ever. Even though I haven't been, liking his decisions or agreeing with his decisions on who his next fights are, I still got to give him his flowers. This guy is a legend, and his personality is great too. He's been getting a lot of eyes too because of him speaking English now. And it's funny because that brought his stock up really high because of his English.
Get the out of here, man. Payday. You want payday. I know that.
But yeah, I got really nothing else to say. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fight. It was a pretty good fight. But yeah, like I said, we'll see what Canelo does. And in terms of Berlanga, the next fight, obviously he's going to learn a lot after this fight. He's going to keep going. He's going to keep trying his best to try to get a belt. And maybe one day he'll get it. We'll see. But other than that, thank y'all so much for watching this video. Like always, if y'all new to the channel, like the content, please make sure to like and subscribe like always. Be very much appreciated. But other than that, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.